This is Mrs. O'Neill for AP Chemistry, Chapter 17, Section 6, Precipitation and Separation of Ions. You will learn how differences in solubility can be used to separate ions through what's called selective precipitation. Okay, pause, fill in the blanks, play to hear my words. You've seen this before, Q versus K. Q, our reaction quotient, in other words, our initial concentration. These values will determine the direction in which the reaction needs to proceed in order to reach equilibrium. So if we have our Q value is greater than our K value, there's going to be a precipitation, which means there's more solid in solution. In other words, we have more reactants. We have more stuff on the left. Well, if we reduce the ion concentration, in other words, we take away those products, what's going to happen is that solid is going to shift to make more ions until we reach equilibrium. Q equals K, that is at equilibrium, that's a no-brainer. And if Q is less than K, that means we don't have a precipitate yet at all. We have a lot more ions in solution, so we have more products. So again, increasing that ion concentration, if we increase the amount of products, the reaction is going to shift more to the left, making more quote-unquote solid until, again, equilibrium is established. So this should all make sense to you. We've already talked about common ions. We've already talked about Q versus K. We've already talked about Le Chatelier principle and how it reaches equilibrium and shifts. So selective precipitation is used to separate mixtures of metal ions in solutions already. So if we add like an anion and will only precipitate certain metals, this is going to be based on those solubilities of those salts. In other words, something like H2S is often used in an acidic solution to precipitate out these particular metal ions. So what do you need to know from this information? Just to know that, again, certain things are added to certain solutions in order for them to precipitate out so we can identify what's in that solution. So just keep in mind H2S is often used. Okay, see you in class.